welcome back to my channel. I wanted to come on here and see if we could do kind of a quick energy check-in for everyone and just see what messages Spirit has for us as we are moving through this holiday season, this holiday energy. Just some words of encouragement and hope that Spirit has for you as you are moving forward into your new year. Now, in your pre-shuffle, we did have the Four of Swords to come out, which talks about going within. It means kind of stepping away, getting some meditative time in, some rest, some rejuvenation, time to recenter yourself. So as we are moving through this holiday energy, as you're getting through these next few days with your family and loved ones before you enter the new year, Spirit is saying to make sure you take some time out to yourself to connect, to just sit still and rest in your own energy however you choose to do that. Take time to reflect, okay? So this card says time to rest or take a vacation. Allow more time before making a decision. Meditation may provide answers. And this is the best time to do that, y'all, because it's the time to kind of go within. And you know how we do, going into the new year, making those resolutions, taking inventory, having those conversations with ourselves about how we want to move forward, what we want to do different, what our expectations are in the new year. So this card is the best card to me to come out to start this reading. So we get a little bit more tarot. We're just going to kind of have a little bit of fun here. So don't take this too seriously, you guys. I just want to have some fun and just see what general messages Spirit has for all of us, okay? And then we'll also get some oracle cards. Then you have the Queen of Swords who comes out. I think when I look at the Queen of Swords, she's the one queen in the deck who has who embodies the person who's learned from their life experiences and who understands that those experiences may have brought you pain in the past, but you can look at it now from a healing place and see the humor in those situations and see the value in those situations as well. So some of you may be in this energy already, and some of you may be asking Spirit, like, how can I get to that place where I'm just in the energy of having forgiving myself and forgiving other people who've hurt me in the past? So this is just a message from Spirit saying stay on the path that you are on, and as you move forward, healing is a process. It's a lifelong process, y'all. I mean, it takes time. It really, really does. And that's okay. Going within, taking your time, being patient with yourself, and you will get to this point. Now, for those of you who are there, I feel like this is a message from Spirit telling you to take the lessons that you have learned and now teach them to someone else, other women, other men, other young ladies, young guys who may be listening to videos like this and they need that guidance. They're all around us. We all know that. So taking the lessons that you have learned and helping other people get through this phase of their journey too. Okay? So this card says the Queen of Swords is somebody who is brilliant, self-reliant, insightful, and humorous. You know exactly what to do. The benefit of experience, a time for career rather than relationships. I think this talks, like I said, it speaks more to that, the benefit of your experiences. Good or bad, those experiences shape who you are. They shape who you are becoming. They shape where you are going. And the good thing is about what we experience is that all of it is part of our journey, and all of it has its place, and all of it has its purpose. So like I said, those experiences become somebody else's roadmap, right? It helps them heal. It helps them move forward. And then you've got the Tower, change your life card. So this is another befitting card as we're talking about moving into the new year. How do you want to change your life? You know, how do you want to change it? Is it something physical? Is it something emotional? Is it something financial? How do you want to do that? Because Spirit is like, you are in complete control of that, right? When I look at this person sitting at the top of the tower here, right there, he's looking out over the horizon, over the city, over the landscape. This is what you do when you take review of your life. And that goes back to me when I look at this Four of Swords here that came out first, and then this Queen of Swords. That's exactly what that energy embodies. Having a compassionate review of your past experiences. And like I said, as you're gleaning those lessons, it's not about having regrets. It's not about beating yourself up about how I wish I could have did this different or that different or whatever. Spirit is saying, look over the past with compassion and forgiveness of yourself and others, kindness towards yourself and others, and take those lessons forward with you. It says a sudden revelation that offers freedom, break free of procrastination, embrace the opportunities that change brings. I think this talks more about the change as you move forward, as you're changing seasons, as we're changing years, as you're changing as a person. As you're changing as a person, Spirit is like, there are things that are going to come along on this journey as you change, as you grow, as you heal, as these spiritual revelations, as this card says, a sudden revelation, it makes things clear to you. As those revelations come through, and as you experience that change and you live it out, you will find, I'm telling you, when transformation starts to happen in your life, especially spiritually, that people will start to fall out of your life. People fall out and other people fall in. Spirit ushers new people in. Embrace all of that. It is for your highest and best good. Believe me, it is, okay? Let's see what else. Thank you, Archangels, Ancestors, Spirit guides. What other messages do you have for our viewers today? Yeah, all about balance. Two of Pentacles. Finding time to go within with this Four of Swords, but also finding time to... I think when I look at this Two of Pentacles and it talks about balance, I think it talks about prioritizing things well, understanding who and what is a priority to you. If your mental health is a priority to you, put your mental health first. If your physical health and well-being is a priority to you, put that first. You know, so this is about not just balancing ourselves out in a financial space, or when we talk about things that we possess or can possess materially in the 3D. I think it also talks about that inner balance. Because I'm telling you, if you have a chaotic mind, your surroundings are going to be chaotic, right? Your energy is going to be chaotic. The people that you deal with are going to bring you more chaos, right? So I think Spirit is reminding you to have balance. Make sure your life has balance, your mind space has balance. You are setting the priorities for yourself. So as you're taking a review of your life, moving into the new year, remember you set the standard for what is priority and what is not, okay? So this says it's important to have balance, working multiple jobs or projects, making work fun. I think this focuses more on just enjoying the journey, enjoying life. Like, I think a lot of times when we talk about having balance and creating balance, we take everything on this journey so freaking seriously, y'all. We really got to loosen up. The point of the journey is to learn, yes. Is to grow, yes. Is to heal, yes. But it's also to enjoy. To enjoy yourself, to enjoy the journey, to enjoy the people that you're meeting along the way. So I feel like this message the Spirit is giving us in general is just take inventory of everything that you have learned, everything that you're still learning, because just because we're moving into a new year doesn't mean that the current phase that you're in, that the learning is going to stop. It's going to pick up. It's just going to present itself in different ways sometimes, okay? The Spirit is saying enjoy life, enjoy the journey. And then you have the King of Cups, which is, to me, mastering those emotions, understanding who you are, understanding that it is okay to be emotional. It is okay. So when you have this Queen of Swords here, the Queen of Swords is somebody to me that doesn't show a lot of emotion. She's pretty much kind of this, because in the general tarot, she has this sword that is in front of her, that's extended in front of her to say, hey, let me stop you right there. Let me take you into who you are, what you bring in this way, and let me say whether what you're offering is a priority to me or not. But she can be kind of closed off to me when I read the Queen of Swords. And the King of Swords, I feel that same energy coming from the King of Swords too. But I feel like this is a reminder that it is okay to be emotionally sound and to be your emotional self. But the King of Cups is somebody who's mastered those emotions. So it's not somebody he fully operates from emotions. And I think when we see this Two of Pentacles out here with this Queen of Swords and this King of Cups, and we talk about balance, feels like, yes, you balancing those emotions, balancing that head space and that heart space. Knowing when to make those decisions from either of those places, which goes back to this, like I said, this Two of Pentacles that talks about prioritizing things in your life. So to me, again, it speaks about prioritizing what decisions I should make from my head space and what decisions I should make, which is a logical space, and which decisions I should make from my heart space, which is from an emotional space. And then you have the Three of Swords, which talks about heartbreak, heartache. This, again, this falls under this Four of Swords. And now we know the Three of Swords, that's a card don't nobody want to get. It talks about heartache, heartbreak, pain that we go through. But when I see the Three of Swords, there are depictions of this card where there is an angel supporting the person, comforting the person, and reminding the person that, hey, this too will pass. You're going to learn from this situation. You are going to be able to move forward. And it goes again with this Queen of Swords energy, saying that there are lessons to be learned from this situation. And you are going to look back, and this Queen of Swords, you're going to look back and you're going to be able to laugh at this situation. You may not be able to do that now because you're in the, experiencing the pain and the heartache of it. And some of you may be in this space or moving out of this space. The Spirit's like, I'm telling you, there's something you're going to learn from it. And then you're going to be able to use that to not just heal yourself and move yourself forward, but you'll be able to use that same pain. Your pain has purpose, y'all. I'm telling you it does. You'll be able to use that same pain to give other people the help, the encouragement, the motivation, the comfort, and the reassurance that they need, So that's why I say when we experience stuff in the past, when we experience heartache and pain, number one, God chose you to experience that because you're strong enough to do it. Not only are you strong enough to experience it, but you're strong enough to get through it, to come out of it. Then you had the Three of Pentacles, which talks about doing what you love. The Three of Pentacles also talks about working cooperatively with others as you're doing that. So, and that falls under this Queen of Swords, which I think is a reminder to soften yourself up a bit. So, as we're talking about this moving out of this Three of Swords energy, and like I said, looking at this Queen of Swords, she can be cold sometimes. She can be very guarded sometimes. I think this is a reminder from Spirit to say, don't let heartache and heartbreak change you. Don't let it stop you from being your beautiful, wonderful, loving, giving, available self. What you take from this Queen of Pentacles is those lessons to say, okay, let me not be a fool rushing in this time, but let me take inventory. Let me do this Two of Pentacles and see if I'm in a balanced space, does including this person, this situation, this experience, is it going to keep me in balance or is it going to knock me off my square here? So you take the wisdom from this Queen of Swords, yes, and you assess situations that are presented to you, and you're the person that's in control of your life. You have the fucking power. Don't ever let anybody tell you that you don't. You have the power. And guess what? If you don't want to be bothered with someone or something, you don't owe them an explanation for that. You want to protect your peace at all costs. And when you put yourself in a balanced state of mind, a balanced state of existence, you protect that. You worked hard for that. You went through that hurt, that heartache, that pain. You shed those tears. So you deserve to draw those lines in the sand, to set those boundaries and make sure people adhere to them. Because when they don't, when they give you resistance about the boundaries that you set, that's how you know that they out of balance with where you're going and who you're becoming. All right? But this is saying that to be open to assess things from the head and the heart space, and to work collaboratively and openly and enjoyably with others, okay? So Spirit is saying don't close yourself off on the journey. Because I know these past few years have been tough as hell for all of us. And it does tempt you to just want to shut down, not want to deal with people on some levels. But here again, like I said, you have the power and the control over your own life to say, this is how far I allow people, to go with me, specifically people who I don't feel like serve me well. So then you have the Nine of Wands here, which talks about staying persistent, staying determined, moving forward. And the Nine of Wands sometimes talks about standing in your personal power, honoring what you've built. And I mean, and that goes back to what I said about with this Queen of Swords and all this healing that you've gone through and setting these boundaries in your life. It talks about someone who has set those boundaries and set those standards for themselves. And they're like, no, I'm standing strong right here on this. I'm not letting people cross these lines with me. I'm not. So this is just confirming literally what I just said. It's like, yes, I created these boundaries. Yes, I've established my peace and my balance and my peace of mind. I'm not letting anybody come and screw that up for me. I've worked too hard to do it, right? So Spirit is saying everything that you have built for yourself in this year or the last few years even, stand firm on that. Be proud of that and give yourself credit for how far you've come. So you have the Page of Cups, which talks about, when I look at the Page of Cups, I think about somebody who is not emotionally mature, so to speak. They are not ignorant or anything like that, but they are somebody who people can play on their heartstrings in a sense to me. This is always the energy I personally get from the Page of Cups. But it is also about somebody who is kind, who is loving, who is generous, who is open-hearted, but they can come off naive. But I think it falls under this Two of Pentacles, and that says that be mindful to continue to balance that emotional space, because you have this King of Cups, which is saying that you have done that. But Spirit is like, yes, stay in that energy. Keep moving in that way, okay? It says a new emotional situations, messages regarding relationships or social invitations, great intuitive insights. So yeah, I think this falling under this Two of Pentacles, which talks about balancing things out, is the work that you have done. So this reading is pretty much talking about the work that somebody has done on their spiritual journey. And like I said, it could also speak to work that you are currently doing or things to focus on as you are moving forward. Okay? So let's get one more under this King of Cups, and then I'm going to move to another deck and see what else we get for y'all. Thank you, Archangel Ancestor Spirit, guys. What other messages? And you got the Two of Swords. So you got the Two of Pentacles and the Two of Swords. You got two cards out here to talk about balance. Now, the Two of Swords is usually equates to making that head over heart decision. And that falls right under this King of Cups. So I feel like you're somebody who has made decisions from an emotional space before. You're open-hearted, you're kind, you're loving, but you were in this younger, you weren't as established in your emotional space as you are now. So as you operated in that space and you were out of balance, people did take advantage or take you for granted or whatever. But now you're in this Queen of Swords energy, and it's like, yeah, no, we ain't having that no more. Or some of you feel that way. Like, no, I'm not with the shit no more. I'm moving forward. I'm not taking nothing from nobody. I'm not dealing with people. Spirit's like, no, do not let people who have taken you for granted make you harden your heart and not be your beautiful, wonderful self, because we do need that in this world. You just need to continue to be more mindful and say, okay, yeah, I see you for who you are, because you got this Page of Cups here that talks about spiritual insights. So Spirit's like, yeah, we are divinely guiding you, and we'll let you know who's a part, who should be in your life, who should be in your circle, and who shouldn't. Who you should extend time, conversation, your love to, and who you shouldn't, right? But you have to be open. Again, you got to be open. You can't be closed off to receiving those messages, those downloads. So you got the Two of Swords that says it will all be better if you just make a decision. Over analyzing the promise and a problem, find a compromise. And I think that goes back to this making sure that you have balance. I really think that is what that speaks to. Spirit is like, yes, draw those lines in the sand, define those boundaries, set those boundaries in place, but also be mindful to be open to receiving. Do not close yourself off from receiving better friendships, better relationships, better connections, and bigger blessings from the universe, okay? Let's get you a couple more, and then we will get some oracle cards and stuff and see what else comes out. Okay, let me move this stuff up so I can have some room here. Okay, all right, let's see what we got. Now forgive me for sniffing my incense flowing right up my nose. So you got the Three of Swords again, and it fell right under this other Three of Swords. So something has really, it says great sadness that takes time to heal, the need to forgive yourself. Yes, this is exactly what we started the message with, talking about forgiving yourself as you move forward. Forgive yourself, forgive others. And I mean, y'all, just keeping it real, there have been seasons in my life where I have given, and I was in a space where I was an overgiver. And these last couple of years is where I started taking inventory, and I have started to pull back. But I do still give. I just found another way to do it. And I definitely don't keep giving to the same people. So that's why, like I said, with this Queen of Swords energy, this stuff can, when you're somebody who truly loves and cares about people, and you want to see people do well, and you want to help out, and they do stuff to hurt you, and you have a lot of threes out here too. So look that up, threes, and you got this 9 out here. But people take advantage of you, and they take your kindness as a weakness, and then you say, okay. And I know with me, I'm like, okay, this is the person I was trying not to be. Trying to be nice to you, and you think that because I'm kind, I'm weak, I'm going to show you the other side. And I'm going to draw this line in the sand so your ass know not to cross it again. And that's why I leave it, you know, and you hate to go there. You hate to be that person. But after experiencing that enough, it made me realize, okay, I can't be giving to people like that. I have to be wise about to whom I give, why I'm giving, and what I'm giving to that person. So now I give, but I give to each person accordingly, right? So Spirit is saying, don't let these people break you out of being who you are. And then you got, let me tell you something, you got the Tower again. This is literally a repeat. So I'm telling you, for those of you who are already, so this message is going to be twofold. There are some of you who are in this energy and feeling this heartache and heartbreak from giving to people and what people have done to you. I don't care if it could be a relationship. You don't even have to be an overgiver. You could be somebody who's given a lot to somebody you felt like you loved and cared about. You could be somebody who gave a lot on your job. Somebody who's given a lot to friends and family. You just feel like people ain't giving you what you give in return. But don't let it harden your heart. So that's one message. Spirit's like, don't let these people harden your heart. Yes, step back, take inventory and say, okay, what can I do different? What can I do to protect myself so I don't keep experiencing this, but I don't allow my experience with this person or these people per se to change me, right? And then some of you guys, it may be that you have already gone through this and this stuff has hardened your heart and you're kind of closed off as this Queen of Swords, and Spirit is saying, no, you have to change that perspective or something is going to occur that makes you do it. And I hate to put it that way, but Spirit's like, no, we want you to not let your guard completely down, but soften it. You know, soften it up a little bit. You know, don't have this rigid stance against everybody because everybody's not out to hurt you. And I know when we give y'all and we do get that mindset that everybody's out to get you. Spirit's like, no, still leave room for us to bring in the right people to love you. Because this is a season as you're moving forward in this new year where it is about reciprocity. It is about equal give and take. And the thing is, when you give of yourself and your time and your love and your emotions and your money and your gifts and your talents, it's not going to always come back from the person on your job. Your boss might not recognize it, but God awards you in another way from somebody who does recognize it. Your mate or your family may not give you the recognition or the gratitude you deserve for it, but God still is going to send that in. So don't close your heart and your mind out. That's why I always say that affirmation of I give gratitude and I give thanks for all channels of universal supply, because we don't always know how God is going to send something to us, how the universe is going to bless us, through whom the universe is going to bless us. So you have this Tower card twice, and you have this Three of Swords twice. It says a significant life event, a powerful revelation that leads to change, time to spread your wings. And I think that is talking about moving on. Moving on, because it falls right under this Three of Pentacles, which talks about collaborating, doing what you love with people who love the same things. Right? So open your heart up. Be open as you go forward, because Spirit is going to start to usher in people who align with you. Let me tell you something. I know I'm not off with what I'm talking about. I don't care if it's one person that's listening to this and this is your message. You got the Page of Cups again. You got almost the exact same cards all over again. This is 3 cards out of a separate deck that fell out the first deck. So like I said, you may be somebody who has been, you may be in an emotionally sensitive space now with this Page of Cups again. You may have somebody coming towards you. And then you don't know. It may be somebody, God may be telling you to be open to somebody coming towards you to apologize, to make that emotional gesture and say, hey, I'm sorry that I didn't recognize you. I'm sorry that I took you for granted. I'm sorry that I took advantage of you. Be open to that. Don't be closed off as this Queen of Swords. Be open to that. But when we are open and we are forgiving, it doesn't mean that I have to invite you back into my space, if that is somebody that you know you don't want in your life moving forward. But Spirit is saying, don't not be your loving self, right? It says intuitive, sensitive, artistic, and friendly. A new person enters your life. A relationship reaches a new phase, heightened psychic abilities. Yes, be open to the messages that Spirit is coming through with, and allow these new people, these new opportunities to come in. Don't harden your heart from it, okay? Let's do a few more, and then we will do some oracle stuff. You have the Empress. So you're going from this queen of, because these are the only energies on the board other than this king of cups. But like I said, when I look at this queen of swords, when I look at the queen of swords, I know she's a queen, but I feel out of all the queens, she's the one I can't describe how I pick up on what I pick up on, but I pick up on her. It is this hard energy that I get from her. She's the only queen that I pick up on that is not as she's not as delicate to me as the other queens. I pick up on more firm, a masculine type of energy, but not completely masculine. But then this King of Cups comes out, so I'm like, you're emotionally grounded and you're emotionally balanced now, and you've gotten yourself in a better emotional space. But it came out in the King of Cups energy to me, which is, like I said, there's more of a it's more of a masculine energy to me, you know. And that's not a bad thing, but like I'm saying, male or female, it doesn't matter. Spirit is saying still soften those, don't soften your boundaries and let people walk all over you, but don't be so closed off. Because when you think about the Empress, and you have this Two of Pentacles out here, and you have this Empress falling under what this Two of Pentacles is, this is the space that you are in when you become balanced. She's every queen in the deck. So she's loving, she's nurturing, she's abundant, she's firm when she needs to be. But the balance in that is being firm when I need to be, and being soft and gentle, and still being open to being loving and gentle. And that's why I believe this Two of Pentacles is out here. To remind you, and that Two of Swords, that head over heart. Spirit is saying, yes, it's good to operate from your heart space sometimes. It's also good to operate in a logical space sometimes. But don't negate one for the other. That's what I think we're getting at here. It says, lavish abundance, give birth to your dreams, nurture yourself and others. And so I think that is still about, like I said, just being your loving, gentle, beautiful self. And then we end with the Judgment card, renewal, new beginnings. New beginnings, moving forward, right? It says review and evaluate. This is exactly how we started the reading off with that Four of Swords. It talks about taking a review and evaluating what we've accomplished over this year and what we can do differently and things like that. It says review and evaluate, a favorable assessment of the facts. Time to move in a new direction. Yes, yes, yes. You're moving forward as this Empress though. Like I said, gender doesn't matter. You're moving forward as someone who is balanced, who is more nurturing of yourself and others when you need to be. And you're also in a space where you are abundant, you are fruitful, you are blossoming, but you're still in your loving, authentic energy, right? But when you have to put your foot down, you know you can do that too. Okay? So let's get some oracle cards, y'all, and let's see what's going on. I'm just going to start with some of these work your light cards. Let's see what we get. Let's see what else Spirit has to say. Okay. So you got two cards here. You got success and you got positive action. All right, so positive action came out first, and it is purple, so that represents the crown chakra, your thoughts, your mindset. It says, I focus on the beauty in me and I find silence, which goes back to this Four of Swords, that meditation that brings answers. I live and honor the present by doing what I can do now. What I cannot change, I let go of and I entrust to God. Exactly. So as you're going through these life experiences or the things that you have experienced, even taking this moving forward, thinking about this Three of Swords energy here, whatever you have taken from that, yes, which you cannot change the fact that it happened. But you can change the fact if you allow it to happen again. So that is why you take these lessons, you glean the lessons from these hurtful, harmful, traumatic, dramatic situations, and you say, let me see what I learned from this, and let me see how I can set a better plan in place for myself, mentally, emotionally, whatever that is, so that I don't have to end up in another situation like this, right? But anything that is beyond my control, I give that to God. I give that to the universe. I'm not trying to be no miracle worker. I'm not trying to heal or change nobody. I can't make people be who I want them to be. If I'm being a good, honorable, upstanding person to people, I can't make them give me that in return. But I can control whether I continue to give that to them, right? And then you release the outcome, all of it, to God. You want somebody better in your life that does give you what you want. You release that outcome to God too. You release that outcome to the universe too, right? And you don't stress yourself. And then when you're in the space where you're still trying to move past some of this hurt, Spirit's like, yeah, it's okay to call on us and release that to us too. Ask us for help so we can guide you forward. Then it has success. I grow and thrive in the universe. I discover the purity of my heart and the higher wisdom that guides me toward victory. I direct my thoughts toward clarity and nurture wisdom, love, and goodness within me. I am free now and I succeed in my life. Yes, you let go of who and what does not serve you and you move forward successfully in the light, as your beautiful, authentic self, because that is what you were meant to give the world, okay? Don't ever let anything that anyone has said or done to you stop you from being you. If they can't take your light, that sounds like a personal problem to me. It does not sound like it's your problem, okay? This one says, do I believe I am worthy? If you don't, you should. It says you are worthy and you are deserving. You are loved. I'm going to say that again because I want you to hear that. You are worthy, you are deserving, and you are loved. Start seeing the divine beauty within you and go out and claim the life you have dreamt up. Your crown has been bought and paid for. Put it on your head and wear it. And that's a quote by Maya Angelou. And it says, today's soul action for you is for a big goal or dream you have. Ask yourself, do I feel worthy of this? And then your today's mantra, let me tell you something. This fell out of my hand. I was going to pick this Empress card up after I read this to put it on. It fell right on the Empress card. So when I read this part and it talks about your crown having been bought and paid for, I'm like, this is who you are. As the Empress, you are worthy. And I think when we listen to tarot and we look at these readings and we see these major arcana and these we see them as fictitious characters. All of this is you. All this energy, all of the representations in these cards, it represents the energy that you possess. So if the Empress didn't fall out, that doesn't mean that you don't embody Empress energy. You have this energy in you. It is up to you to use your light to ignite that power and that energy in you. You possess it all the time. The Magician energy is you. All of those energies are you, right? So this is just a reminder of who you are. It says, I am worthy of it all. Yes, you are. Now, moving forward and forever. It does not have to be New Year's Eve or Christmas Day for you to be worthy of the love and the goodness that you have given this world. And sometimes, y'all, I want to say this too. You don't have to always look at, things, because society makes us think that for us to be worthy of something, we have to do something grandiose. You got to got 9,900 million subscribers and all these people liking you, following you. You got all these books written and you just on every stage and every channel. That ain't got nothing to do with nothing. You can do well right where you are. I don't care if you help an old lady across the street. I don't care if you help somebody get something off the shelf in a grocery store who couldn't reach it themselves. I don't care what it is. We can do such small things that matter so much to people who need it. So start to look at as you move forward, you think about, okay, what is my purpose? What can I do to change the world? What can I do to be light and love? And it starts with something small. Sometimes it's as simple as saying good morning to somebody. I have plenty of times where I worked in retail. I used to scrub floors and do housekeeping and all that stuff. And the customer that came through that just said, hey, good morning, have a good day. Oh, thank you. It's a simple thank you. I appreciate you. That went, you don't know how far that goes. That goes further than any cash tip that somebody could have given me. Because it made you feel like a human being. So as you're out in this world and you are shining your light, smile at people. Speak to them. It does not take a lot. You really don't have to do a lot to change the world. Okay? You're changing it by being in it. It says Mother, Father, God. I think this is a reminder, like I said, that all of those things, just like I said, all of that energy is you. You embody all of that energy. You're always connected to that energy. You always have access to that energy. That energy lives, breathes, moves, loves, hugs, smiles through you. So when you think about Mother God, Mother Nature, Father God, however you see that, all of that is a part of you. It is not outside of you or anything like that. All of that is a part of you. So remember that you have that energy dwelled within you. That's how great you are. That's how worthy you are. That's how powerful you are. Okay? So Spirit is like, go into your new year knowing that about yourself, right? So let's do a power of surrender card. Now this one flew out, but I'm going to do another one too. This one says surrender fear. Surrender fear. And I don't know, when I read this about surrendering fear, I don't see the fear as someone who's afraid to do something per se. I feel this as someone who is, especially when I'm thinking about this Three of Swords energy here, you're afraid of experiencing the opposite of what you have experienced before. I don't know if that makes sense, but I feel like you're afraid to, so say if you're somebody who's been heartbroken, you've always given, I don't want to give anymore because if I do, what if they come back and do the other? That's still fear. It's not doubt, it's mostly fear. You don't want to give more, you don't want to do more, you don't want to be more because of what someone else did to you or what the outcome may be as a result of what someone did to you. That's still fear. So that's the fear I'm picking up on. I don't feel like you're somebody who's afraid to move forward, to go after what you want. I feel like you are afraid of experiences that may be coming your way because of what you've experienced in the past. And I would think Spirit is wanting you to be mindful to open yourself up, release that energy, release that fear, because it hinders you from attracting and drawing in the energy that you do want to experience. That person that can love you the way you give in a relationship. You know, that person who can, as an employee, as a leader, that treats you the way you know you would treat somebody if you were the boss. So Spirit's like, don't close yourself off to that. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to stay open because we do have something better coming for you, okay? It says, let go of the fearful stories you are telling yourself. Stay in the moment. Focus on solutions and celebrate every baby step forward. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. So as you are moving into the new year, like I said, excuse me, for some of y'all who want to do something big or master something in your life, it starts small, and that's okay. Just like, yeah, start small. Start with one thing. Start with one step. Start with one person. Start with one video. Start with one affirmation. Start with one channel. Start with one page in your journal before that turns into a book. One step at a time. One step at a time. Baby steps. They still count. All right, I'm going to get one more power of surrender card and see what else you get that comes out. Okay, y'all? I hope this message is helping you. And I definitely want you to move forward into this new year. Surrender frustration. Yeah, child. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about that frustration with people and situations and things. Spirit is like surrendering. I know, trust me, I know what that is. I know what that's like. So it's like you don't have to get frustrated with yourself. You don't have to get frustrated with other people. You don't have to get frustrated with the world, with the situations, with your money, with your hair, with your body. Surrender it. Surrender it. And just be. And I think moving forward into this new year, the challenge for each and every one of us is just being. And being yourself. Your absolute best authentic self. And when you do that, when you keep yourself open and you're still that person, the energy, the love, the humor, the strength, the power that you are, it to me, that's the best repellent of people who don't reside with your energy. If you know you ain't a fake, phony type, because I'm one of them types, I don't like fake people. I don't like pretentiousness. Tell me what it is. Tell me how it is. Don't fake the funk for me. Don't pull no wool over my eyes. Don't soften the blow for me. Tell me what it is, because that helps me. You covering stuff for me don't help me. I'm just that person. But if you're somebody who you're like that, it's like, look, I just want to be silly. I want to enjoy myself. I just want to be me without people trying to make me who they want me to be, or because I feel like all of that brings frustration. That's why I say be who you are. Moving forward, be who you are. And everything that aligns with that is going to gravitate. You're going to magnetize that. It's going to find its way to you. So as you're moving forward in this new year, life is too short to try to be anybody else. Be your absolute best, authentic, loving, silly self. That is my advice on that. It says frustration doesn't open doors. The key to resolving a dilemma or dissolving a block is to take a breath, center yourself, regroup, so you may approach the situation more calmly. That goes back to this Four of Swords that we opened this reading with. Go within. And do that, y'all, as often as you need to. You don't have to have some assigned day or time to do that. Always take a minute to take a breath, a breather, and reevaluate yourself, your circumstances, your situation. What is it? And there's no law that says you can't do that. There's no law that says you can't. That you can't step back, even if it's a situation you feel like you knee deep in. Like, okay, but you have every right to step back, evaluate that thing, reevaluate it, and say, should I keep moving forward with this, or should I completely let it go? And if I do decide I want to keep moving forward with it, what changes do I need to make so that I feel more balanced in this situation? I feel more at peace in this situation. I feel more like myself, you know? All right, so let's get a spirit message card here. Thank you, Archangel, Ancestor, Spirit Guides. What additional messages do you have for our lovely collective? Okay, you got two. Yeah, so you got cleanse and you got light. So this cleanse card says, your body, mind, and soul are urging you to take time out for some much needed cleansing. I'm telling y'all, this is a time for people to really be getting quiet, going within, taking inventory. I've said that in a few readings, but this is definitely the time to do it. Just as you wash your car, clean the house, or tidy your office, your body also needs care and attention. It's time for some spiritual, emotional, and physical cleansing. Yes, again, this is exactly what we opened this reading with. That was the only card that came out in your pre-shuffle. So Spirit wanted that message to get across. Take the time. Decompress. Recenter. Cleanse your mind, your heart, your whole energy space. And some of y'all some of you may be like, okay, I can't go to a meditation or sound bowl healing or nothing like that. And some of y'all may not know how to meditate. But I would say this, find some meditation music on YouTube, get in a quiet space. I don't care if it's your bedroom, it's your car, whatever. Get into a quiet space. Find some meditation music on YouTube. Just sit there for a minute. Give yourself 5 minutes, 10 minutes. It don't have to be 30 minutes to an hour or nothing like that. Give yourself some time to just close your eyes and decompress. Release. You can want a mantra you want to say. You can do that. Sometimes I do and I say one affirmation. I am worthy. I am deserving. I am loved. Just say whatever that is that you want to say to yourself. Speak it to yourself. Clear your mind, your energy. You got some Palo Santo you want to light in your room? Light some Palo Santo. Light you a little stalk of sage. Light you some incense. Light just a scented candle that makes you feel good and calm in that moment. It doesn't have to be anything astronomical for it to count. Okay? So, and I urge you to do that going into the new year. So I know everybody's probably busy with the holiday time, with family and stuff, but when you can get alone to yourself, do that for yourself. Okay? And then you have light. Imagine yourself as a being composed of energy and light. Because in reality, that's precisely what you are. Did we say that when we had this Mother, Father, God card, that is exactly who you are? With this Empress card, that is exactly who you are? So it says, you are a powerful being, and people are attracted to your brilliance. This is a time to remember how vibrant, yes, you truly are. That's why I said, be your bright, beautiful, loving self. I don't care what that is. And I think this is the time where Spirit wants us to move forward, being fearless, just being fearless about who we are. And then as we are more open and being who we are, authentic, like I said, you will draw in the people who support that, who love that about you, who embrace that awkwardness, that silliness about you. And that's what you want. Because I think moving forward, life is too short. We want to be happy. We want to be in a state of peace. We want to be able to enjoy the people that we are around. Okay? Let's get you... I'm going to get you one of these affirmation cards. This Gateway Oracle card. Let's get a couple of these. And I think I'm going to get you some angel numbers. I like pulling the angel numbers, y'all. I can't help doing the reading without pulling them. I just like pulling them. It says, embracing the future. I step into the... Yes. I step into the future with an open heart. Yes, yes, yes. Spirit says, do not close yourself off. Be open to all of those possibilities. All the possibilities that are available to you in love, and romance, and finance, in your spiritual growth, and healing, and transformation. Spirit's like, be open to all of that. Because it's open to you. It's open and available to you. Let's get one more of these, okay? Thank you, Archangel, Spirit guys. Oh, receiving from angels. Yes, indeed. it says, shimmering wings of angels embrace me with love. So as you are keeping your heart open, that is what you're keeping your heart open for. For God, for the angels, for the universe, for spirits, your ancestors and guides, to usher in new emotional experiences, which is what this page of water talks about twice. It can come in the form of that spiritual connectedness as you're going in and doing that meditation, and the revelations are coming with this tower energy here. And that could be, like I said, that could be from divine to you, heart to heart in that way. And it could also be an extension beyond you, where spirit is sending people in the world around you to offer you that too. So do not close yourself off to that. Be your beautiful, brilliant, I'm telling you, be yourself. Don't let what other people have done to hurt you stop you from being yourself. Because spirit is sending people that actually align with who you are and what you deserve. Okay? Let me get you a Divine Beloved Oracle card here. I'm going to see, and then we'll get your angel on. I'm going to get you a Spirit Animal Oracle as well. Generosity. Talks about you giving, but continuing to give. And when you do that, you get it back, right? I am abundant love. I am abundant love. Change me, Divine Beloved, into one who can easily send blessings to all, even those filled with negativity or fear. May I shower the planet with love, knowing there is an unlimited ocean within me. Yes, you are a limitless being, filled with love and light. Limitless love and light. And when you take these situations that have hurt you and you transform them into an abundance of love, then you give the world with someone which you don't feel like someone gave you. So what we don't want to do is we don't become the hurt. That's where you get that hurt people scenario. No, you don't become that. You don't become the pain that somebody inflicted on you. You transmute that because you are the Empress. You are a magical divine being. The love and lights of the universe exist in you. It breathes through you. It lives in you. It loves through you. You take that energy with the power that resides in you and you transmute it into this abundance of love, and you share it with the world. And you don't do it in fear. You surrender to fear and you do it anyway. Oh, before I do your angel numbers, I'm going to give you, let's do a Spirit Animal card here. Let's see what message Spirit has for you. These cards are huge, y'all, so it's kind of tough to shuffle them. All right, angels, what message do you have here? Wow, beautiful viewers, as they are moving through this holiday season and energy. You have the Moose, wisdom. I'm going to read some of this out of the book and let's see what it says, okay? So you have the Moose, you have wisdom. It says, let your head and mind reach to the stars, yet keep your feet grounded on the earth. Listen to the ancient wisdom in your soul. The ancestors speak through you. You know much. Yes, this goes with this Queen of Swords. Remember, the benefits of experience. That is how you get that wisdom, y'all. That is how you develop it. You go through these lessons and you don't let them change you. And you don't get so caught up in your emotions or the emotions you're experiencing. Yeah, you let the emotions surface. You let them come up. You let them come out. You embrace them. You glean the lessons you need to learn. When I say embrace them, that means I'm holding on to them and I'm giving gratitude for them, but I'm looking for the lessons in them. And then because there's a season of release that comes. I release that negativity and the emotion that come with it. And guess what? Everything that I glean, when I apply those lessons and I share those lessons with others and I live those lessons moving forward, that's wisdom. That's you using that power within you to transmute all of that negative energy into generosity, into abundant love, and into wisdom. Okay? I'm going to read this out of the book, and we're going to see what it says anyway. We're just going to see. It says... Okay, did I pass it? All right, so this moose, it says it represents accomplishments. Can you see that? There we go. Accomplishments, opportunities, self-esteem, worthiness, greatness, majesty, wisdom from the elders, instinct, honor, longevity, steadfastness, and fearless. You hear me? This is all that you embody, right? It says the moose is a powerful totem. It is a unique energy with many contradictions, awkward yet graceful and plain but beautiful. Moose are masters of wisdom and perception. In spite of their large size, they are swift, confident, and fearless. Moose people always have a strong presence. Their totem stands 7 feet tall with a crown of antlers almost as wide. Their antlers are said to act as antenna to the secrets and teachings from the wise ones. So that talks about your ancestors, your spirit guides. If moose is your totem, you are a mystic and sit in the council of the ancestors. You are smart and outstanding in your field. You are intuitive, and from an early age you have experienced connections to the spirit that have eluded others. You are a strong survivor. Moose lives a long life. Your lofty heights are not for many, but for the few. With moose as totem, you are sure to travel the long, winding pathway to your destiny, wisdom, and mastery. It says, have you wandered into negative territory? Head for higher ground. Have you ignored your intuition and been led down the wrong path? Do not worry, you are a strong individual that can handle anything. When in a struggle, take the higher ground. That is what this message is talking about. Like I said, whatever experiences you are experiencing, do not let them, don't become that experience. That is what this is. It's a reminder to stay in your power, stay in your energy, stay your beautiful self, but use, like I said, transmute all that experience to wisdom and love and light. Okay. Look at this. You got number 14 was the first one to come out. So your first angel number is 14. 14. Now, when we talk about this moose, I want to say this because I was thinking about this when I was reading it. And it talks about this crown, and then you had this Are You Worthy card that talked about putting on your crown. Then you get an animal that has a crown that it talks about. You had to surrender fear here. So all this is a reminder to you that spirit is like, no, continue to be your fierce, fearless self. Okay? It says you are open-minded and always up to try something new. Yet you are wise enough to stop and think before you jump into things. This is exactly what spirit is saying to you. Stay open-minded, keep your heart open, but yes, do what this Queen of Swords does. Stop and assess the situation. Don't be a fool rushing in. Spirit's like, no, it's okay to stop and assess the situation. But it's one thing to stop and evaluate and assess something. It's another thing just to be completely closed off to it. Because when you close yourself off, you're really closing yourself off to experiences that may be highly beneficial to you. So Spirit doesn't want you to miss these awesome opportunities that you have coming, okay? It says, this pragmatic approach helps ensure your time, attention, and efforts are meaningful. So that was angel number 14. So be on the lookout for that one if you're not already seeing it. And 14 may be significant to y'all. Some of y'all may have a birthday or something on the 14th. I don't know. You may already be seeing the number 14. All right, then you have the number 27. I am expressive. I am expressive. It says your mind is wide open. You have a lot of cards out here about being open-minded. Open-minded and open-hearted. Your mind is wide open, and you are tolerant and compassionate toward all ways of life. You value freedom of expression and want to improve the conditions of people, whether in your community, country, or the world at large. Yes, this is the person you are. And Spirit is saying to keep being that person. Don't let this Three of Swords energy, people that have put you in that Three of Swords energy, whether it's through hurt or disappointment, don't let them stop you from being that person that you've always been. Somebody who shows love and shines your light into the community, okay? Let's get a couple more. Thank you, ancestry, guys. What additional? You got the number 3, the number 30. I am imaginative. I'm imaginative. You are an original, innovative thinker and an excellent communicator. You have a great talent for using creativity to convey your ideas, and your optimistic attitude has an uplifting effect on others. Keep shining your lights. That is all this speaks to. This speaks about somebody who's vibrant. Like you're the type of person people like to have around. And you don't have to be one of those people that's, I'm not going to say the life of the party type. Some of y'all may be that, but you don't necessarily have to be that to be the type of person that people love to have around for everything. So I feel like you have that energy, and the Spirit is like, no, don't close yourself off to that. Set those boundaries, yes, and give yourself some space, but don't stop being who you are. That's the sum of this message. It says, I am limitless. Yes, you are. I am limitless. It says, there is no beginning and no end. All is infinite. It is time to develop your spiritual side. You are gaining new sight and understanding of both godly and earthly things. That goes back to that balance, balance, balance. And that goes back also to these 2 pages of cups, which talks about heightened psychic abilities and this change your life, which talks about sudden revelations. I think that is where those messages come in. And that's what this card speaks to, the reminder that the spirit world will continue to reach out and communicate to you, but you have to be open to those messages too. Because, is this 1 card or 2? Because you are evolving. That is why. You are evolving. There's things going on in your life the spirit don't want you to be closed off to. There are messages and opportunities that they're bringing in that they don't want you to close yourself off to. Substantial changes in your future. Embrace the change, a need to overcome your insecurities, and let go of your fears. Oh my God. You got a lot of cards out here about this fear, y'all. Let it go. Let that fear go, baby. Do not be afraid to stay open. And then you got I am centered, which goes back to this 4 of Swords we had, which talks about meditation, going within, and this 2 of Pentacles that also talks about being balanced. So you got triple sixes here. So you got the number 14, 27, 30, 0, 55, and 666. A wake-up call for you to re-examine your current situation and change the direction of your thoughts so you can raise your vibration to a more positive frequency. So you got this change your life card out here twice. So clearly Spirit is saying it is a matter of changing your thoughts opposed to your actions, I would say, because of the swords that are out here. And like I said, when you think about fear, fear is based off what you think, you know, but it permeates into how you live as well. And Spirit's like, no, we don't want you to live in a fearful state, because then that closes you off. You become stagnant. You don't move forward. Your energy, your light doesn't shine. And the change that we need to make does not get made. The impact needs to be had on humanity doesn't get had because you're not operating as your authentic self. Let's get 1 more and then we are done, okay? Give us 1 more, angels. All right, you got 1 more. And it said, let me tell you something. I am a creator. Triple zeros. So you got 1 0 here saying you're limitless. Excuse me, and you got triple zeros out here that says you are a creator. Yes, you are. You are one with the creator. All of this, y'all, I'm telling you, is a summary of what we talked about. You are one with the creator, and there are no limits to what you can achieve. You have the ability to create something new and incredible in your lifetime here on earth. Yes. Do not close yourself off to being who you are because other people don't get you or because other people have taken advantage of you. Spirit is like, you keep moving forward. You set those boundaries and you respect those boundaries, and Spirit will help you hold fast to them too. But keep moving forward as you're moving into this new year. Spirit is saying that they are with you. Do not close yourself off from opportunities and experiences that you deserve. Be fearless. Be your absolute best and authentic self. Do not let these circumstances change you in the negative way, right? You change the world in the positive way because you've been through these things. You don't become the pain, the hurt that somebody else has caused you, okay? Love and light to each and every one of you. I don't care what part of the world you are listening from. Have the safest and most amazing holiday with your friends, with your family. And I will see you in the next video. Love you guys.